Hello everybody out there and welcome back to another episode of the Dark Avenger comic book review. Unfortunately late, but that is because this weekend was the final beta for Division 2, the open beta. Hopefully you all played it. I had a great time playing the closed beta. I'm having a really great time playing the open beta, but I'm playing it less because it's all pretty much the same except for one extra mission, but it's a lot of fun. And also if you're getting the Division 2 and you play the open beta, you get some really cool stuff to put into the game. Like you get a patch. You get some ornaments for your backpack that says, hey, I was part of the beta. So if you haven't played it, by the time you watch this video, the beta will probably be over.
Yep.
So I'm sorry about that. But anyway, beside the point, one thing I want to mention, pre-review show, everybody, real quick. We're not really going to do a huge pre-review show this week because A, this is a really late video. B, we really don't have much to add or much to discuss. As you can see from behind me, we have a couple of new additions here, and way behind Mike, just slide that way, and here. If you didn't see it yet, on Comic Frontline, I posted our latest monthly haul. That is on Comic Frontline right now. You can go check that out. And on my channel, I did an Oreo video. I was going to do a thought bubble. However, after recording it and seeing how short it was, I decided instead I was planning to do a vlog video, just kind of updating what's been going on the past couple of months. You know, I want to start the vlogs up. So instead of doing the Thought Bubble, I'm just going to do an all-out vlog, and that part of Thought Bubble I'm going to add to the video. I have a whole, it's going to be sectioned off vlogs, so I'm actually going to try to get timestamps, because it's going to be long, and this way it'll allow for people to pick and choose what they want to hear, and whatever they don't want to hear they can skip over. Because it's a little bit of everything. As always, my life is a little bit of everything, so that's that. Other than that, that's it. It's just been one of those weeks. It's been a hectic week. Like I said, the vlog is going to explain a lot of what's been going on the past 8 days now. But we should be back on track starting next week. This week was a very short week.
It was, yeah.
Very, very short. How many books do we have this week?
We have 8 books.
8 books.
Like, that's the shortest...
That's the shortest we've ever had.
Yep. And those 8 books, by the way, since we're on to that, came out on the week of February 20th, 2019.
One more week after that, no? That's it. The last week of February.
No, it's next week. Yeah, last week is the next. Oh,
duh,
week.
Yeah.
Because 28.
Today's the 3rd. I'm sorry. My mind is we're in March already, but I forget that we still have last Wednesday's books. This is 2 Wednesdays ago. See, this is what happens when things are super late. But anyway, also another thing that you all probably can't see because it's a poster, but we do have actually a new Spidey poster back there as well. And that's the last thing I'm going to update. Now we're going to get into the review because this is going... Oh, you didn't click it all the way. I was wondering why the camera didn't look right now.
I did click it.
Okay. But now we're going to get into the books. First book did not come out this week. However, as you all know, there are certain books we love to talk about.
And I read this also.
And Michael's read it because it has Havoc Patrol, it has Argo, it has Team North America. We have Argo Comics Double Shot. This is issue number 3.
Yep, by our good friend Dan.
Dan wrote the first 2 stories. Third story was written by, and I can't remember his name, but it'll be in the credits.
Oh, yeah.
But let's run it down real quick. We have somebody from... Excuse me, stop. We have... First story is Team North America Impact crossover. Second story is the Femstars and Havoc Patrol crossover. And then the last one is, again, Impact International crossing over with Death Squad. So you have Team North America, you have Havoc Patrol, and Death Squad, all 3 from Argo.
Yeah,
and the last story, real quick, was written by Alex. Dave, is that
Dawn?
No,
wait, stop.
Yeah, Alex
Dawe.
Dawe.
Yeah.
Yes. I enjoyed the whole book. I like the team ups. My favorite story, I think, goes to the first one though.
Oh, Miss Media.
Where she teams up with Quinzel and they save the day, but she hops on his back. She's like, "Don't get the wrong idea."
Yeah.
But then by the end of the story, she's like, "Well, since we just went through that,
you buy me dinner."
You buy me dinner. I love that. That was really good.
The second one with the big ideas is where the Femstar main character, Mary Mental, stops this robbery that's going on in a museum.
And then they bump into the girl from Death Squad, Dan's character, and she grows and she scares the crap out of her.
They say, "Oh, no, you didn't." I thought that was actually funny. And that
was that. It was a really quick team up, but it was a really awesome one.
Yeah, and the last one, Two Myths, One Monster.
Go ahead, you could do that one.
Yeah. So this is actually where there's a dragon-like sort of mythical character that's
Creature.
destroying the forest, that's causing earthquakes, and I forgot their names. Oh gosh, because it was like a really good book. I didn't like. I
We
can't
read
remember.
this a bit ago.
Thunderlord and Grav. Both of them actually stopped this thing, and it was like a really an awesome story.
I love the double shots. If you want to see a really cool, awesome crossover team up between two companies, definitely check out the Argo Comics double shot. Really good. And the pinups, as always.
I like that one.
Of course you like that one. Michael likes, of course, the first one.
The second one, actually.
Yeah, sure you do, huh?
Yeah. No, this is the second one. That's the first one. That's
technically it's the second one.
Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah, this one I like. The third one's cool. Fourth one's really awesome. This one I like also. The fifth one, Miss Media, and that one.
So Mike likes them all. It was a great crossover. I definitely recommend it if you'd like to check it out. ARGOcomics.com, or you can go to Indie Planet, type in Argo Comics Double Shot, and you'll find all three. That was issue 3, right?
That was issue 3, yeah.
All 3 issues. I want to make sure I'm right. So I enjoy it. I love it. Definitely check it out. And you?
Yeah, I thought the story was really awesome. I definitely like the story that's with it and how they team up together. It should be like one big universe, like where they all team up together. I think that would be a really big Argo universe. Like, I like how Dan is expanding that universe.
Well, Dan's not expanding. He's crossing over with another company.
Yeah, like expanding it, but we're crossing over.
Crossing over with other people. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, now this game just came out, and I love Dark Horse. Dark Horse, Titan, and a few other companies. I love that they're on the ball with video games. Dark Souls, now Anthem, God of War.
Tomb Raider they finished also.
Tomb Raider. So Anthem, A New Verse, issue number 1. We get to see Yarrow before he retired being freelancer. Before he became a freelancer. And it shows him saving this one person. I forgot the child's name, the boy's name. They say his name. No. This is the girl that we also get introduced to, Janie. And she's got eyes on freelancers and adventuring and whatnot. But she's like, she always jumps on Yarrow for stories and whatnot.
Oh, Kismet.
Yes. So Kismet ends up getting adopted by Janie and her grandmother, and becomes like part of the family, and it shows them growing up, teenagers, then going even further into adulthood, and now they kind of want to leave and go to Anthem. Or I believe they wanted to go to Anthem. Yeah, Anthem. And now it ends with them making the plan that they're going to go together. Because Kismet wanted to go to Anthem to become, continue his career. And Janie decides she's going to go with them, and that's where it's to be continued. I'm liking this precursor to the actual game. It's nice, especially that it's coming out. Dark Horse, you did this one right, where it's coming out as the game is still fresh. Not when the game is a year old already, like God of War.
This was my book of the week.
Art was good too.
Yeah, this was my book of the week. Manowar, issue number 24. Arak faces with the 2 of his arch nemesis that I can't really remember their names for the life of me, but I really liked how he fought off against them, if I get the names right. But you could see like he's like going through this whole thing with his armor and fighting off somebody else who knows his weakness in the armor. I just can't remember what his name was, but it was like an all-out fight, and yeah, it was just like really, really brutal. You know, Arak always pulls through with that, and he fights off against them. And there was one thing in the issue that was like, it looks like that he died because he's in the arms of Scum, who was his love of his life. But yeah, it looks like that there's going to be a little bit of a war. To me, it sounds like it's going to end soon. I just forgot what issue they said.
Yeah, it was going to take a break. It was going to take a hiatus.
Right, so that's really something.
Exorsisters, issue number 5. More background on the separation of the 2 sisters and their...
the bomb one's my favorite one.
Yeah, that's the soul part. So the soul part can see in the dark and whatnot, and she ends up saving the other sister and getting rid of the black lady, go out the door or out the window or whatnot. And basically hell's breaking loose. They're trying to figure out what the heck's going on. And we have the Angel who comes back, and he's offered dark wings by whomever possessed that guy from the previous issue that had a problem with the Angel. And the mother's like, you promised that they would be allowed out of the way, that you wouldn't harm them. So he tells the Angel you have to send them away, or else
what?
He can't keep his wings. I'm trying to remember because I read that also about a week ago now. And this being has control over all the shadows and whatnot. So the Angel sends them away, and it looks like dark times are coming for the planet. And also we get a little background on the character, the demon character and whatnot, and the
Gabriel.
shadows. Yeah. No, that's the Angel.
Well, Gabriel that takes over, but yeah, the Angel, like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting story. Looking forward to the next issue. Always like the artwork.
Yep. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legends issue number 10. This is actually where Savage Dragon's in there, not the Malcolm.
Do you have the variant or no? Yeah, that's the one we got.
Yeah. But it's not Malcolm Dragon that we know now. This is his father.
Yeah,
Malcolm's father.
This takes place in the past.
Right, but I'm just letting them know so they don't get the wrong idea of who I'm talking about.
We need the father to come back. Kick the son's ass.
He's dead, you know.
I'm
just saying.
Dead is never dead in comics.
Well, I'm just saying. But yeah, so you have Donatello and Leo who are working on getting the whatchamacallit, that thing fixed that broke in the last issue when they were looking for Splinter, because we don't know where his whereabouts are. Meanwhile, I don't remember the father's name of Savage Dragon.
Just say Savage Dragon.
But yeah, Savage Dragon, he just talks about how he's going to look for some clues, and the Turtles join along with him on this mission. Raphael, Michelangelo, that is.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is just like looking on this whole thing of like they meet up with Powerhouse in a club, and it's just like a whole big thing about April, who's trying to keep the girl safe from nobody kidnapping her again. And that's really basically it. It's just a long story of them doing an investigation where in the end we have Death Watch, who's going to be in the next issue, that seems to be up to some really funny business. Well, not funny, just deathly business.
No, this is the Spider-Man book both Mike and I read on time. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, issue number 3. I enjoyed it. Spider-Man finds the girl, takes a bullet, and even through the pain is able to get them out of there.
Do that, yeah.
And it turns out that the girl, I don't know if she's an alien or if just the boyfriend is an alien. And those are her children. And the grandfather wants them back. And then you have Johnny, who's in the apartment babysitting them still, and the roommate comes in, and we all know that that's Boomerang. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh God, you're here for me." And he's like, "No, I'm not. Wait, should I be?" I like that.
No, it's okay.
I'm gonna just back up into my room.
Yeah, but then they go into Under York, like New York, Under York.
Well, that's what happens, and then they find the guy. They save the girl, and Spider-Man kind of knocks out towards the end.
Yeah, but then when he just takes that bullet, like you could actually feel his pain of like.
Well, it says "ow, ow, ow," so yes.
Well, yeah, like you could not think of it, you could feel it, from him of what he's feeling, and especially when he has to climb up stuff, and
now it looks like a war's coming.
Yep, a small war if you ask me, but yeah, really great book.
Uncanny X-Men issue number 12. Wolverine, Cyclops are back together, and now they have to figure out how to save the X-Men. And Wolverine goes to Cyclops, "Hey, there are other X-Men out there."
Wait, which Cyclops is this?
No, this is the one. He came back from death, and he realizes how stupid he was.
Okay, so as long as he realized it, because I don't want it to be that other
I like
one.
this Cyclops. This is the Cyclops we needed since before Grant Morrison.
Thank God.
But Wolverine tells them of a place where they're holding certain mutants. They go in, they save the day. They find out that they're using mutants as weapons, as power for the facility, as power for the new Sentinels. They free most of them. Unfortunately, one mutant does end up dying. If you don't want to know, fast forward for a couple of seconds. I'm going to say the name now. Guido ends up dying. And Magic wants to take revenge, but in the end, they end up whisking away, and we find out that Colonel Callahan finds out the X-Men are now back. What's next for the X-Men that escaped with Cyclops and Wolverine? What's next with Callahan, what's next all around? I'm very excited to see where Uncanny's going. I'm very happy with what's going on with Uncanny. And then finally, we're now in DC with the last book, Batman, issue number 65. I forget what the price? The price. So you got Batman and Flash fighting against
the
all
price
those...
of vengeance.
Yes. Well, it's called the price. Fighting against all of those clones that were left by Gotham Girl. And you have Gotham Girl, she's lost it, man. She's completely gone. And finally they survive, and of course there's that back and forth fight again with Batman and Flash. Flash goes back to Central City, and Gotham Girl's there, and he's fighting Gotham Girl. It turns out her brother somehow is alive again, or one of the clones ended up working out. And Batman, runs to Central City to save Flash or to help Flash. The brother dies. The sister's like, you know what? I give up. She lost her brother. She lost everything. She's like, isn't this the price of being a superhero? Because Batman's trying to stop her. Because the more she uses her powers, the more she dies. Or the closer she is to death. It kills her the more she uses her powers. And in the end, she injects herself with the venom that just killed her resurrected brother. So I think we're going to lose Gotham Girl by the end of the next issue. I don't know. It's already out. All of you probably already know. But I'm excited to see what happens next. And with that, only 16 minutes. This is our shortest review ever. I think I'm just going to post this up tonight, which is Sunday night. That's it. Those are all the books we read last week. And I think this week there's a bunch more. I know there's, TMNT. I think there's Marvel, some DC.
Yeah, I think there was 4 or 5.
I haven't looked yet. I'm going to be checking that out. I'm going to be checking some out tonight.
And there's some books that I already dropped that I'm not even bothering looking at.
Right. So with that, that's it for this review, everybody. We hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll be back to a semi-closer date. I don't think we're going to be on time next week. It depends how many books we have, but we should be back on schedule, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, depending on how fast we get this week's books read and then go into next week. Till then, as always, likes, recommendations, dislikes, feel free to leave those in the comments below. Till next time, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting. We'll see you all in the next review.
Bye, everyone.